Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven by clear and convincing evidence that Ms. Heard acted with actual malice? Answer, yes.
At last, it was possible to demonstrate that Amber Heard was the one who had defamed and had invented the whole drama that Johnny Depp beat her and violated her. What did the jury say? What's next for Johnny and Amber? Could Amber pay the amount that was sentenced to her? Stay to know all the details. Johnny Depp was awarded $15 million in damages by a jury in his defamation case against his ex-wife, Amber Heard. In his defamation suit, Depp was awarded $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages. Heard was also awarded $2 million in compensatory damages by the jury. Last Friday, the jury in Fairfax, Virginia began deliberating. Depp sued Heard for $50 million after she called herself a public figure representing domestic abuse in an op-ed for The Washington Post in 2018. Heard filed a countersuit against Depp for $100 million. 6 years ago, my life, the life of my children, the lives of those closest to me, and also the lives of the people who for many, many years have supported me and believed in me were forever changed, all in the blink of an eye. False, very serious, and criminal allegations were levied at me via the media, which triggered an endless barrage of hateful content, although no charges were ever brought against me. And 6 years later, the jury gave me my life back. I am truly humbled. From the very beginning, the goal of bringing this case was to reveal the truth, regardless of the outcome. I feel at peace knowing I finally accomplished that. I hope that my quest to have the truth be told will have helped others, men or women, who have found themselves in my situation, and that those supporting them never give up. The best is yet to come, and a new chapter has finally begun. Veritas numquam perit. Truth never perishes. This was the statement that Johnny made after the verdict of his defamation trial was communicated to him. Many people on social media who had been following the Depp-Heard case closely were ecstatic when the verdict was read on Wednesday afternoon, calling it the best possible outcome on sites like Reddit. Overcome with emotions at the moment, he did it. So proud of him. It has been an honor to fight for truth and justice the past 6 years. Finally, he has received justice, one person tweeted. On Reddit, some rejoiced, declaring that justice is alive and well. The celebrations continued on TikTok, with one user posting a video of herself crying with joy with the caption, "He actually won." The victory was also celebrated in the comments section, with some writing, "I'm so proud," and "Justice was served." The video had nearly 25,000 views within 15 minutes. Heard also stated in response to the jury's decision in favor of Depp, "The disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women. It is a setback. It sets back the clock to a time when a woman who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. It sets back the idea that violence against women is to be taken seriously. I believe Johnny's attorney succeeded in getting the jury to overlook the key issue of freedom of speech and ignore evidence that was so conclusive that we won in the UK. I'm sad I lost this case, but I am sadder still that I seem to have lost a right I thought I had as an American, to speak freely and openly." The jury unanimously determined that Heard's allegations against Depp could not be substantiated, and that she knew her claims of abuse were false when she published her 2018 essay. Defamation claims filed in the United States by public figures, such as actors, are widely regarded as difficult cases to win due to the higher standard of proof required. In 1964, the Supreme Court ruled that defamation suits brought by famous people must show not only that the claims were false and caused them harm, but also that the person who made the defamatory statement did so with actual malice. The verdict represents legal redemption for Depp, who lost a libel case in the UK 2 years ago over allegations that he hit Heard. In 2018, Depp sued the Sun's parent company and the newspaper's executive editor for calling him a wife-beater. In 2020, Justice Andrew Nicol ruled against Depp, stating that the British tabloid had presented substantial evidence that Depp was violent toward Heard on at least 12 of 14 occasions. During the trial, Depp testified that after Heard's essay was published, he lost nothing less than everything, and all the allegations had taken over his every waking second. What did it do to me? What effect did it have on me? I'll put it to you this way. No matter the outcome of this trial, the second the allegations were made against me, once that happened, I lost then, he said. Heard first claimed that Depp bruised her after throwing a phone at her in 2016 when she filed for a protective order. In a sworn statement to the court, she stated that she lived in fear that Johnny will return to our house unannounced to terrorize me, physically and emotionally. Depp denied the incident, saying he went to the couple's penthouse the day after his mother died to discuss his desire to divorce Heard. According to his testimony, Depp and Heard argued during that conversation, and he tossed her cell phone on the couch after hearing her laughing about him to a friend. During the trial, Depp's attorneys called 2 police officers who responded to the scene in 2016 to testify. The officers stated that they saw no physical harm to Heard and that her face was red with emotion and that she was uncooperative. The verdict ended a televised trial that Mr. Depp had hoped would help restore his reputation, but instead turned into a spectacle of a toxic marriage. Fans of Mr. Depp's waited in line overnight to get a seat in the courtroom. Those who couldn't get in queued on the street to cheer Mr. Depp and jeer Miss Heard whenever they appeared outside. In addition to all of this, it's also necessary to analyze whether Amber Heard will be able to pay the compensation that corresponds to her, the $15 million to be exact. A relationship that began, motivated by chemistry in 2012, and ended in an unfortunate way in 2016, was only the beginning of a legal history between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Now Heard will have to compensate the actor with $15 million, but does she have the financial solvency to do so? What is certain is that Depp has a much more established fortune, since he began his acting career in 1984 with his participation in the horror film Nightmare on Elm Street. According to Forbes, the actor's possessions are valued at $48 million. Precisely the sum earned him the title of one of the richest celebrities in 2017. In addition, he was one of the highest paid actors in the film industry, as he has earned up to $100 million a year. In the case of Heard, who debuted in the world of Hollywood in 2006, although she'd already participated in some series and television productions, she played secondary characters. Based on a Celebrity Net Worth article, CNN reports that the actress's best year of earnings was 2019 when she earned $3 million. The sources that have published data on his fortune do not quite agree, but they value his fortune as between $2.5 to $8 million. But the best years of their career seem to have been left behind, or that is what both argued throughout 11 weeks of trial, because after making public statements in which each of them pointed to physical and verbal aggression, their public image deteriorated to such a degree that production companies that had the participation of the actors in different successful sagas preferred to dispense with their participation or reduce it as much as possible, respectively. All 7 jurors found that both Amber Heard and Johnny Depp defamed each other, but is this the end of the conflict for the former Hollywood couple? After a 6-week trial in which jurors heard more than 100 hours of often contradictory testimony about the couple's private lives, the jury found that Heard defamed Depp in 3 separate statements in the article of the Washington Post, and that Depp defamed Heard with a statement made by his lawyer. Shortly after the jury returned its verdict, David Shane, a spokesman for Heard, confirmed that the actress plans to file an appeal. However, despite the court ruling, entertainment industry insiders who spoke to CNN off the record to protect their professional relationships said the future of Depp and Heard's careers will be decided by the court of public opinion. Heard has had her fans, but notably less vocal than Depp, both in the entertainment business and in and around the courthouse. But after all this, we want to know your opinion. Do you think Johnny Depp will return to the big screen soon after this verdict? Will Warner Brothers crack down on Amber after her libel trial verdict? Tell us your opinions and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more videos like this. See you in the next video.